until another priest gets called up, or a young man or two. And then after they are called up and they perform the service, then they go back down, and then another priest will come up. But these two, the first priest and the second priest, never leave.
Come.
Officer Kayama, state your rest.
Karyala, Banya Howder, Banya Shala.
Kayama, Banya Howder, Banya Shala.
Yahba Shem Yah Shabrak Thumb.
Yahweh Hashem HaShabbat.
Banya Shala.
So, all right, Omachi. That means to stand. Walk on Yah Hakadam means to turn your face to east. And we say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw,
Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim.
Badab,
Badab.
Hayah, Shabbat, Yahweh, Malakah, Lama'ah, Ratazah, Hayah, Aisha, Ratazah, Hayah, Hashemayim, Matanah, Call, the one, Masalakawa, Wala'ah, Barasawa, Above, Awashanawa, Ayan, Bai, Hayah, Makab, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahata, Bawa,
Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. In the English, Salaka. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us of our debts, we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever.
The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Mokishah, Adonai, Makat, Lord Fa'al, Call my wife, Makat, that's a home, Zori, Makat, Aquarium, Amati, Hakat,
The power in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. All manner of disease. Power to cleanse the lepers. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you so much.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayyan, All, Ahar, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Aizari, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayom, Wa'aratazah, Lamawat, Hagar, Ayanawan, Shamar, La'ah, Yanawan, Wala'ah, Ayashan,
Shalom.
Yasha Allah,
Yasha Allah.
Yahoo,
Yahoo.
Shamar,
Shamar.
Yahoo,
Yahoo.
Zazar,
Zazar.
Ayat,
Ayat.
Yam,
Yam.
Yaramon,
Yaramon.
Ashamash,
Ashamash.
La Ayakaka,
Ayakaka.
Wayara,
Wayara.
Alayala,
Alayala.
Yahoo,
Yahoo.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Bakara,
Bakara.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Akapas,
Akapas.
Yahoo,
Yahoo.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Taza Ataka,
Taza Ataka.
Wa'aka,
Wa'aka.
Ma'aika,
Ma'aika.
Ma'ai our love,
I am alone. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
Lift up my eyes to the hills.
Whence cometh my help?
Whence cometh my help?
My help coming from your house.
My help comes from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He keepeth thee from thy slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasha Allah
he that keepeth Yahweh out.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
and thy coming in
And thy coming in.
from this time forth,
This time forth,
even forevermore.
even evermore. Psalms 83, and in Hebrew. Al-Hayy, Al-Damay Al-Akab, Al-Takawa, Al-Tashakwat, Kayahana, Al-Wabika, Yahama Yamam, Mama Shanayaka, Nasha Awa, Ma'ad, Ma'amaka, Ya'aywa Yama, Sawab, Wayatay Matazwa, Al-Tasapawaka, Amawa, Makawa, Wayanakayaya, Magali, Wala'ab, Yashakar, Shom Yasha Allah, Aywa, Kaya, Nawa Tazwa, La, Yakawa, Ayaka, Waya, Yakawafwa, Ahoy, Adawan, Wayashama Ali, Mawa'awa, Wahagoy, Kabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalat, Alasha, Ayasham, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Ayawa, Zawarai, Bayalawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamaya, Kasaya Sora, Kayabya, Barakal, Kwayashwa, Nashamawa, Ba'ayan, Da'ara, Ayawa, Nama, Sayatuma, Nadayakuwa, Ka'ara, Wakazaba, Wakazomana, Kal Nashiyakuwa, Aisha, Amoa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Na'awa, Alahaya, Sayatuma, Magoda, Kakwa, Lapayaraka, Ka'ad, Saba'ira, Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Mayam, Khan, Thuradap, Basa Irika, Wabasa Wafka, Tabaho, Mala'ab, Kwayaho, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shakab, Yahau, Yabasu, Wayabahoya, Ayai, Wayakapo, Wayababa, Wayadaira, Kaya, Ata, Shakab, Yahau, Labaka, Ayawan, Ratazah.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken craft to the counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation. Let the name of Yasha Allah may be no more remembered. For they are consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and also join with them.
The church also join with them.
They have hope in the children of light.
They have hope in the children of light.
Salah. You want to them as unto the Midianites. As the Sisera. As the Jabin. As the Brook of Kassam. As perished at Endor. It became as dung for the earth. They know it's like Orel. Like yeah. All the princes as a bar. And as a Muna. Said, let's take ourselves the house of God in possession. Oh, my power. Make them like a wheel. And stubble before the wind. As fire burns the wood. And the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temper. Make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. Oh, Yahweh. Let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yeah. Let them be put to shame and peril. Men may know. Thou whose name alone is Yahweh. The most high over all the earth.
Blessings in the Hebrew. Barak, Yahweh,
Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah. Mike, and the angel, the manager, Yahweh, Jim, the captain, the officer, the trooper, and the sister. Yahweh. The name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you so be. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. All things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. That speak up against us. Our prophets and our teachers. The princes and the priests. Israelite brothers in the school. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. Shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel. And refuse to give to the school. Force their riches into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. Punishment and destruction. The Edomites. They nations and they drug dealers. Court system. Prison system. Planned Parenthood. Our governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues and arms. Roman Catholic Church. Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinhead. Posse Comitatus. Gay movement. Lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. National Space Program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marine. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airway. Cable access channel. And the radio channel. Rebuke the spirit of any of thy people. They seek to stop us. Bring swift destruction. All the heathen. Stand in the way. Try to stop us. Broadcasting your word. The planet Earth. They lose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. The earth will consume them. The plagues hit the house of the thief and the murderer. Lay your house down. Mike, Gary, come down with the flying saucer. And punish all the heathen. They come up against us. As we speak thy word. Cause it be known by all. It is the angels that have done it. Cause it be spread throughout the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause it to shake it that come. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you always. So be it. Start. Turn. Yeshabia means to have I give the Lord a hand, y'all. We back at another Sabbath service. The Lord says 6 days thou shalt work. On the 7th day shall be a Sabbath of rest. This is what we do. On the Sabbath service in the UPK, we read the Torah, which is the law, statutes, commandments that was given to the Israelites. The Torah is it's a history book of our people. All right, and it explains what we believe in. All right, it explains, all the things that the foundation of the things that we believe in. All right, that's what the Torah is. All right, so when you read, there's different books in the Torah. There's different sections of the Bible. So you have the Torah, which is the 5 books. They call it the 5 books of Moses, right? You got the Torah, and then you have the prophets. The prophets are the books that are after the Torah. All right, you have those are the books of the prophets. Then you also have the Psalms. All right, the Psalms are books that David wrote, and that's the Psalms would include also Proverbs. So you would have Proverbs, and you would have the book of Psalms. All right, those are another section, and then you would have what they call the New Testament. All right, and that's the book of Christ. Then you have the epistles, or the letters that were written after the New Testament. You have the book of Acts. It started the book of Acts on through Revelations. Those are the books that are written. The letters that were written to certain churches and certain people. All right, so that's what you have, different sections of the Bible. All right, and the Torah is our foundation. Everything that you heard from the prophets to the Psalms to the New Testament, so-called New Testament books, and the epistles. They're all, the foundation of all of those books come from the Torah. Without the Torah, you don't have a so-called anything to believe in. The Torah was the beginning of it all, and that's what we use to justify the things that we do. Off of the Torah, you have the laws and commandments are in the Torah. You have history of creation in the Torah. You have the history of us in captivity and how we grew and how we came to be a people. All of that is in the Torah. So everything that we know, the foundation of everything that we believe is inside of the Torah. So we read that Torah, that's our, go-to book, when you want to know what it is to be an Israelite. What it is to be an Israelite is found inside of the Torah. The Torah is extremely important. The Torah is extremely, we can't live without the Torah. All right, that's the most important book to us, is the Torah. All right, so make sure if you're reading the Bible to not skip over the Torah. The Torah is the beginning of the movie. All right, you don't want to watch a movie halfway in, or watch a movie 3/4 in, or 1/4 in, and you ain't even seen what happened in the beginning to make it to this point. Well, that's why the Torah is important. You want to know why you're an Israelite. You want to know what is required of you as an Israelite. All of that is in the Torah, in the first 5 books. That's why it's important for us to read those. That's why it's important for us to read those. So make sure that you all read the Torah when you have time, and go back and you can see, the Christian church tells you not to read the Torah. Christian church tells you not to read anything in the Old Testament. Don't read the prophets. Don't read the Psalms. Don't read anything. That's what the Christian church tells you. Just go to the New Testament and you be all right. But that's why they don't know who the Israelites are. You go to the average church, right? I'm talking about just the average church, and ask them Who is an Israelite? Ask the members of the church who are Israelites. And you'll find out that the vast majority of people who go to church today don't even know what the hell an Israelite is. And the Israelites are from the beginning of the book to the end of the book. They don't even know that Christ was an Israelite. They don't know that King David was an Israelite. Paul was an Israelite. You know, all the disciples are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know these things. The average Christian, the average person who's sitting around in church or call himself a Christian have no idea of what an Israelite is. That's why we get so much contention when it comes to teaching the Bible, because they argue with us the things that they don't know. If that makes any sense. They argue with us about things that they don't know. The reason why they argue with us and say that we're wrong, simply because they're ignorant to what we know. And they don't know. So it's important to get studied inside of the Torah, because the Torah, you know, in the so-called Old Testament, because the Old Testament is where you're going to really teach people. Because they're going to think that they know the New Testament, so they're really not going to listen to what you say when it comes out of the New Testament, because they think that they already know the New Testament. And the New Testament is all about God loves everybody. Well, you're going to teach the people and have them gain an understanding by teaching them the Torah and teaching them the Old Testament, because that's what they don't. They don't know the New Testament either, but they really don't know the foundations. And that's where our strength is at. So that's why we have to be, you know, we have to be more studied and seasoned inside of that Torah and inside of the. You remember, like last week, I brought out one of the laws, right? The laws of the bird nest. Y'all didn't know nothing about the law of the bird nest. You know, and that's something that's in the Torah. And then when you do it, if you don't do it, you'll be doing what? Breaking the law. Simply because you just didn't know. Well, our laws, everything that we, you know, you talk about, well, I do the laws, statutes, commandments. Well, if you don't know the laws, statutes, commandments, you can't do the laws, statutes, commandments. The laws, statutes, commandments are not found in the New Testament. They're found in the Torah. And then when you go outside of the Torah, it's just expounded on outside of the Torah. But if you want to find out what actual laws we're supposed to be following, it's in the Torah. So you have to go and read the book of Leviticus. You have to go read the book of Numbers, book of Deuteronomy. You have to read these books to get an understanding on what we are supposed to be doing as an Israelite. If you don't read these books, well, you're going to be sinning unknowingly and still be getting punished. All right? So it's very important to get an understanding on the Torah, and that's why we read the Torah. All right? To get the understanding of what we're supposed to be doing and the reason why we're supposed to be doing it. All right? We're gonna, y'all got a question about anything before we get started? Since you got a question, go ahead.
What is the meaning of Adawan?
Okay, Adawan is Hebrew for master or teacher or Lord. All right, so it just gives someone, it's a title. It's a title for someone who is in, what's the word I'm looking for? Position of authority. That's exactly, that's a perfect way to put it. That's what it is. All right, so like, you can call, you know, a teacher Adawan, you know what I'm saying? Or you can call your husband Adawan. All right, and what you're doing is acknowledging that they are someone who's in authority. All right. That's what Adawan. That's what Adawan means. Some sisters don't like calling other men Adawan. All right, because most sisters think that Adawan just simply is for their husband. He's the one in authority over them. But it's not wrong to call like a brother, Adawan too. It wouldn't be wrong, especially someone who's in a rank in authority or something like that. It wouldn't be wrong to do it. It's not mandatory that you do it, but it wouldn't be wrong to call them Adawan also. I call brothers Adawan. You know what I'm saying? Brothers who are in authority, I call them Adawan too. So it's not a big thing. But women associate Adawan with their husband. All right, and so they just call their husband Adawan, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? He's in authority in the house. So yeah, it's cool to call him Adawan. But yeah, that's what it means. You got more questions? Anybody else got a question? If not, we're gonna go to Numbers 16:1.
Numbers chapter 16 and verse 1 in Hebrew. Wayakwak, Barak, Ban, Yatazahar, Ban, Kwahath, Ban, Lawat, Laya, Wada, Lawaya, Laya, Wadathan, Wa'ab, Yaram, Banya, Al, Ya'ab, Wa'awan, Ban, Halath, Banya, Ra'ah, Waban. It's like Ra'ah Waban. Verse 2.
What that mean?
Verse 2. Wayakwamwa, Lapanya, Masha, Wa'an, Shayam, Wa'an Shayam, Mabanya, Yasha'ala, Kamashim, Wama'afnu, Nasha, Ya'aya, Nasha, Ya'aya, Aida, Kwara'aya, Saki, Kwara'aya, yeah. Mawa'ai, Anashia, Shum, verse 3. Wayakwa, Waya, Halawa, Wayakwa, Halawa, Hawa, Wayakwa, Hawa, Al, Masha, Wa'al, Aharon, Waya, Lucky, Waya Amarwa, Al Hum, Rabah, Barab, Lakam, Kaya, Ko, Ha'ida, Kalam, Kodashim, Wabaf, Wakam. Yahweh. Wamad, Wamada, Wamada, Wa'ai. Wamad, Wa'ai. Tafanash, Awa. Tafanash, Awa. It's like Nasha, Awa. Right. Nasha, Awa. Tafanasha. Tafanash, Awa. Al, Wahal, Yahweh. Verse 4. Wayash Ma'ai. Ma'ai. Masha. Wayapal. Al. Panya. It's like it. Panya Wa. Verse 5. Wayadabar. All. Kwarak. Wa'al. Kal. Idafu. La'amar. Bakwar. Wayadai. Yahweh. Af. Amar. It's like it. Ashar. Lawa. Wa'af. Hakwa. Hakwa Dawaf. Hakwad Wash. It's like Hakwad Washa. Waha. Wahakwar. Wahakwar Ya. Al Yawa. Wa'af. Ashar. Yabakar. Bawa. Yakwar. Yakwara. It's like it. Yakwar Ya. Al Yawa. Verse 6. Like it. Yeah, verse 6.
Start to read through verse.
Za'af. Aishwa. It's like it. Aishwa. Kwakawa. Lakam. Makafwa. Kwarak. Wakal. Idwaf. It's like it. Idafawa. Idafwa. Verse 7. Wafanwa. Bahan. Ash. Wash. Yamwa. Washayamwa. Al Yahan. Quatarath. Lapanya. Yahweh. Makwar. It's like it. Makar. Wahaya. It's like it. Wahayaha. Yeah, that's Wahaya. Yeah. Ha'ayash. Ashar. Yabakar. Yahweh. Hawa'ah. Hakwadwa. It's like a Hakwadat. Hakwad Wash. Hakwad Washat. Ra. Lakam. Banya. Lawya. It's Numbers chapter 16 and verse 1 in the English. Now, Korah, the son of Izar, the son of Kahath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and the sons of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. Verse 2. They rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown.
All right, so this is something that's been common in Israel for a long time, right? This is Moses, these are brothers who are going up against the ones that the Lord chose. All right? The Lord chose Moses the Lord gave Moses the truth. All right? Moses, he was speaking to Moses directly. All right? And he told Moses to go teach the children of Israel, him and his brother, and, start a priesthood with the Levites and things of that nature, right? To go teach the children of Israel the words of the Lord. And there was brothers who was jealous of them. And they started to sow discord throughout the people. All right. This man, Korah, all right, he was a Levite. So he was of the sons of Aaron. All right. But he chose to go and get brothers out of the school, out of the congregation, to rise up against Moses. Because they believed that Moses was the only one who had the truth. That the Lord gave the truth to everybody. This sounds familiar, y'all. He believed that the Lord gave the truth to everybody and not just Moses. For Moses to teach the people. So they wanted to use, their hatred or jealousy of Moses and sow it amongst the people. All right, to rise up against Moses. Read verse 2 again.
Verse 2. And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown.
So they chose men outside that were inside of the congregation that were well known. So why was the reason why they chose well known people in the congregation? Go ahead, Sosa.
Because the people respect and listen to the people who are like big, like
right.
Stars.
Right. So they can get more people. They can have more people to go against Moses, because like the sister said, they would listen to these people because they were, stars inside of the congregation. So it would be like how Esau uses our rappers and our entertainers to push his agenda. He used our entertainers and to push his agenda because they will sway more people with their influence. All right, keep reading.
Verse 3. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore then lift you up your sleeves above the congregation, yourselves above the congregation of the Lord.
Okay, so all right, so when you read that, that's a question mark. All right, so you want to read it like it's a question. All right, go back and read it again.
Verse 3. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and Aaron, and said unto him, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore lift you up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord.
You just did it again. So you didn't hear nothing I just said.
I read it as a question.
No, you did. Did he read it as a question to y'all? It sounded like a comment, didn't it? Yeah. All right, read it as a question. Started wherefore.
Wherefore then you lift yourselves above the congregation of the Lord.
All right, Hakola, you read it.
Go down. Wherefore lift up ye selves above the congregation of the Lord.
That's how you read it as a question. What did he do different that you did?
He raised his voice.
You read it as a question. So like if you ask a question, you don't ask a question to make it sound like a comment. You ask a question so somebody would know that it's a question. The way that he said it, he put the exclamation point at the end. That was the exclamation, the raising of the voice, and the way he said it, that's the exclamation point. That's something that you have to learn Well, when you already know that because you do it. I don't know why you didn't do it now, but that's how when you're teaching, you read it as it is because that would take the whole meaning of what he's talking about away when you don't ask it as a question. So what he's saying is he's asking Moses, you lift yourself up above the congregation of the Lord. He's asking Moses, why is he doing it? Instead of, telling Moses, he's asking him, why is he doing it? If all the other people, all the whole congregation is holy, well, why is you lifting up yourself above the congregation of the Lord? All right, keep reading.
Verse 4. And Moses heard it. And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. Verse 5. And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will show who are his and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even him who he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him.
All right, so he's like, tomorrow, okay, so we're gonna find out who the Lord is with. All right, tomorrow we're gonna find out tomorrow if the Lord is with you, or the people who you say the Lord should be with, or is the Lord with the one who he chose. All right, and this has always been something that's going on inside of Israel. It's going on as we speak. Right now, it's going on. All right, keep reading.
Verse 6. This do, take you censers, Korah, and all his company.
All right, what's a censer? That's a censer. All right, so he's telling Korah to get him a censer. All right, this is a censer right here. This is a censer. All these are censers. All right. And by the way, we sell those at Quam's Health and Wellness if anybody needs a censer.
That's right.
Quam's Health and Wellness, we have censers. Go to Quam's, buythequam.com and get you a censer.
Right.
All right? Keep reading.
Verse 7. And put fire therein,
Uh-huh.
and put in incense in them. And put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow.
All right.
And it shall be that the man whom the Lord doeth choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi.
All right, so Moses told the man, go take some censers and, light them up, put some incense inside of them, and take them with you. All right, and the Lord, you're going to find out tomorrow if the Lord is with you or not. All right, let's go back to the Hebrew.
This is Numbers chapter 16 and verse 8 in the Hebrew. Waya Amor, Mashah, all for rock. Shamaiwa, Na'ah, Banya, Lawya, verse 9. Hama'ite, Makama, Kaya, Haba, Habadayo, Allah, Al-Hayat, Yasha'ala, Afakam, Ma'aidath, Yasha'ala, Laha Korya, Afkam, Al-Yawa, La'ibad, Af, Ibadath, Mashakan, Yahweh, Wala Imad, Lapanya, Ha'ida, Lashar Rathum. Verse 10. Wayakwara, Athak, Wa'ath, Kal, Akayak, Banya, Loya, Athak, Wabat, Wabakwash, Thumb, Gum, Kahan, Kahana. Verse 11, Lakan, Afak, Wakal, Idathak, Hana, Hana'id, Yum, Al, Yahweh, Wa'aharan, Maha, Hawa'a, Kaya, Thalawanwa, Al Yawa, verse 12, Wayash, Shalak, Masha, Laquara'a, La'adat, Ladathan, Wala'a, Bayarum, Banya, Al Ya'ab, Waya Amarwa, La'a, Na'ila, verse 13, Hama'ite, Kaya, Ha'al, Yathanwa, Ma'aratza, Salaki. Oh, them words close together. Ma'aratza, Zabath, Kalab, Wadabash, Laham, Yathanwa, Bamadabar, Kaya, Fasha, Thara, Fasha, Tharara, Alya, Alyanwa, Gum, Hasha, Tharara, verse 14, Apa, La'a,
Read through 14.
La'a, All, Arataza, Zabath, Kalab, Wadabash, Habaya, Athanwa, Wathafan, Lanwa, Nakalath, Shadah, Wakaram, Ha'ayanya, Ha'anashim, Haham, Thanakwar, La'a, Na'ila. It's Numbers chapter 16 and verse 8 in the English. And Moses said unto Korah, Hear, I pray you, sons of Levi. Verse 9. Seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near unto himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them. Verse 10. And he hath brought thee near to him, all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also. Verse 11. For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron that ye murmur against him?
Go back up to verse 8.
Verse 8. And Moses said unto Korah, Hear, I pray you, the sons of Levi. Verse 9. Seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring ye near unto himself to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them?
There you go. Give a brother a hand. That's how you read. That was a question right there. All right. So anytime you see a question mark, it's a question. It's repeated as a question. All right. So he's telling Korah now, hey man, do you think that it's a small thing that the Lord chose the child of Israel, the sons of Levi, and separated the sons of Levi to do the work of the Lord? You're trying to, in other words, what he's saying is you're trying to make it like everybody has this service to do that the Lord chose everyone to do. Well, clearly he didn't choose everyone to do this service because he separated the children of Levi from everybody else to do this service. You're one of the people who he separated to do this service. Why don't you understand that he chose different people to do different services? All right? This is what Moses is trying to break down to Korah, that you are chosen to do a particular work the same way I was chosen to do a particular work. You do your work and worry about the work that you have to do, and I'll worry about the work that I have to do. All right? Don't look at it as a small thing that he chose you to do this work. You have great work to do. Why do you want to do my work too? You know what I'm saying? Or why is you trying to belittle the work that I'm doing when you are doing such a great service to the people? All right? And that's something that's very important. This right here is something that brothers in the school tend to fight over. All right? Rank and order is something that brothers tend to fight over inside of the school. That is something that I've seen destroy schools. Because brothers are fighting over rank and order. When we all have a service to do. No matter what your rank is, we all have a service to do. All right? It's just some brothers have more work than other brothers. Some brothers have more responsibilities than other brothers. You know, a brother, I've seen this happen so many times. A brother will go up in rank to the same rank of another brother. And now all of a sudden, you know, he's looking at the brother as, you know, we equal now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to listen to you no more. Because I'm the same rank as you now. And that's not right. That's not right. When you just because you become the rank of another brother, that brother is still out of mark. You get what I'm saying? And that will keep brothers in line when they have that kind of thinking. Korah should have been still looking at Moses as the one who the Lord chose to do the work above him. But instead, what was Korah doing? Stick to what I just went through. Go ahead.
Trying to fight with Moses over rank.
Okay, so what was he doing in order? What was his thinking?
He was trying to do Moses' job.
So what was his thinking? Remember what I just talked about? About the brother who raised up in rank.
Just because a brother is the same rank don't mean that you don't have to listen to him.
So what was he thinking?
He thinking that just because he's the same rank as Moses, he don't have to listen to Moses anymore.
Right? So what was he thinking? Go ahead, brother. What was you thinking?
I was going to say he thought he was the same rank as Moses.
Which means that he was what?
He's chosen of the Lord.
Well, yeah, y'all saying it without saying it. Go ahead, sister.
He was trying to break rank.
Go ahead, sister. Give the sister a hand. That's what they were trying to do. He was trying to make like himself equal with Moses. That's what he was doing. This was the issue that was going on then. This is the same issue that's going on now. All right? Brothers do this in the school right now. You also a 50, you get raised up to a 500. Hakulah 500. You are also 50, you get raised up to a 50 now. Hakulah can't tell you nothing. Because you are the same rank as Hakulah. Which in reality, Hakulah is what? I'm gonna ask the brother. In reality, Hakolah will be what? That's still your idol, regardless. That's the spirit that we have to stay in, because if we're in that spirit, it keeps you humble to be able to do this work. You cannot do this work with pride, man. And that's what the Lord finna show you. You cannot have pride and do this work. You have to humble yourself to be able to do this work, because the Lord is not going to choose you. You already, rank and order is done by the Lord. And you just have to go with it. Okay, this is what the Lord. You know how many brothers I done seen? You know how many brothers I done seen jump over me? I done seen hundreds of brothers jump over me. It seemed like hundreds of brothers. I don't think it was hundreds of brothers. But I done seen a lot of brothers jump over me, right? Who can I be mad at for that? Or should I be mad at all? Go ahead, bro.
Shouldn't be mad at all.
I shouldn't be mad at all. Why should I be mad?
Because it's like, just because a brother jump over you, I mean you let your pride get in the way. Just because the brother was under you when he jump over you, I mean, okay, well, since he's over me, I'm still,
Y'all remember, every time I ask you a question, I already gave you the answer. All right. I just asked you the question that I gave you the answer to see if you was listening.
You can't get mad just because a brother jumped over you.
Why not?
Because you can't let your pride, you can't be proud to do this job.
Right? But why should I not be mad? Go ahead, sister.
Because the brothers, they work to get over you, and you just need to work like how they did. Instead of being mad, you should take that as a reflection, or like be proud of the brother. Like,
yeah, yes. You right there, but you ain't saying exactly why I shouldn't be mad. But every answer that you just gave was perfect. That was spot. I hope y'all heard that, because she was spot on with everything she just said. All right, Jet, a warrior, Salaki.
Because he's still your Adawan. He's still your teacher.
Go ahead, sister.
Because that's what the Lord wants.
Get a sister a hand. That's the answer. Because that's what the Lord chose him to be there. I can't be mad at nobody. If I'm be mad at anybody, I need to be mad at who? The Most High. All right? But why should I be mad at the Most High when the brother clearly deserved to be in that rank? You do what I'm saying? And only thing that making me believe that he shouldn't be in that rank is what? I already gave you the answer.
Being prideful.
Get a sister a hand. That's the only time. And that's a demon that's attacking a brother, who don't want to see a brother or a sister rise. All right? That's somebody, or a sister might see another sister get her name, and you wonder, okay, why I ain't got my name yet? I don't even want to, clap for the sister that got her name. I ain't got my name yet. Go ahead, bro.
Also, too, you would want to see the brother under you do better than you.
Absolutely. And that alludes to what the young sister was just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. You want to see the other brothers do better than you. And that's what I remember Captain Collins, I used to talk about it all the time. The captain in Florida, right, raised him. He the one who taught him. Captain Collins jumped over him, though, and became a captain while he was still an officer of 5,000. And Captain Collins, to this day, will still call him Ottawa. You do what I'm saying? Because he raised him.
Right.
You do what I'm saying? Even though he outranked him, he still look at him as the one who taught me. I still got brothers who done jumped over me, still call me Ottawa. You do what I'm saying? Because they understand that, I was, in this position before them. And there's a lot of brothers in the school like that. You do what I'm saying? And that keeps you humble, man. That's anti-pride. You can, still call a brother Ottawa. You do what I'm saying? That's anti-pride. You can still call a sister, you still look up as a sister, look up at another sister as being, I don't want to say elder, that's too Christian in. But, you know, a sister who's seasoned. A seasoned sister in the school. You do what I'm saying? A seasoned sister in the school, you still want to be able to you know, talk to the sister, older sister in the school. You still want to be able to ask her questions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like, you too good, you know, I know everything, or I don't want to ask him, I don't got to listen to what you say. You know what I'm saying? You still should take advice from an older or seasoned sister, if it's right. All right? So this is what they're going through right here. Keep reading, bro. Read that verse one more time.
Verse 9. Seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring ye near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them. Verse 10. And he hath brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also.
He like, so you just want everything. He done brought you part of the you know, the people who the Lord chose to come near to him and do this work. But now you want my job too. You want, you know what I'm saying? You want Aaron's job too. You know what I'm saying? You want, you know, everybody else's job. Why don't you want your job? What's so wrong with you having your job? What's so wrong with being a trooper? What's so wrong with being an officer of 50? You do what I'm saying? What's so wrong with being an officer of 1,000? Do you just got to be, you know what I'm saying, an officer of 5, a captain, an officer of 5,000? You can't, so you just cannot do your work. You got to do another man's work. Go ahead, bro.
It's saying like this brother right here is being selfish, being greedy. Like he wants just he just want everything. Basically, he want Moses' job, he want Aaron's job, he want to do everything. Basically,
So what was pushing him? What was his motivation?
he's being proud.
He was being proud. That was his motivation. His pride was pushing him to do it. He wanted glory like Moses got. He wanted to be saying that I went and I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, at an officer of 5,000, I'm gonna keep it real. Confession is good for the soul. I'm finna confess. When I go to the Passover, and you know how you're an officer of 5,000, right? You don't gotta get searched no more. It has to be a great feeling that I ain't felt yet. You know what I'm saying? I hate getting searched at these, you know, these events and things of that nature when I see other brothers don't have to get searched. All right. I'm like, man, I want to be in, you know, not getting searched too. You dig what I'm saying? And sometimes you can allow that to be the reason why you hate on another brother. You dig what I'm saying? You can use that, and that can be the reason why you're not happy, you know, in the position that you in. And not thinking, man, the Lord had told me to be doing A, B, and C, and D. I'm doing all of this. But that ain't enough for me. I got to not want to get searched. You know what I'm saying? That's and that's pride. That's pride. And that's something that you have to fight, man. You have to fight pride to be able to be an excellent brother or excellent sister and want to see your brother and sister, you know, the best for your brother and sister. And yourself too. Because that might be the reason why the Lord don't raise you up, because of your pride. Or that might be the reason why, you know, if you're a sister, why other sisters don't ask you for advice or things of that nature, because of your pride. You're a prideful sister. That can be the reason. You know, so you have to look at the things that we doing and be like, you know, how can, like the sister, she said it's spot on, man. You know, you can use that as a teaching tool to yourself of what I can do better, you know, to be, you know, in their position, in the position that I want to be in. What can I do better? Can I be a better brother? Can I be a better sister? Can I be, you know what I'm saying? I need to work on such and such, such and such. you know, it might be something that I need to work on with the Lord. It's like, well, that's the reason why you're not being raised up, because you need to fix this right now. That's the reason why, you know, your sister and you ain't got your name yet. Well, it's because it's something that you need to be fixing right now. And that's how, you know, you fix that and then get your name. You know, it's always individual. When it, you know, it'd be specific when it comes to people. You know, this, you have to work on this, you know, and make sure that you write on this before the Lord can bless you with something that was greater responsibility. Because the responsibility when it comes to sisters who, you know, who get their name and become part of the school, they get to do stuff that other sisters, you know what I'm saying, don't get to do. They're privy to other things that other sisters who not inside of the school don't know. You do what I'm saying? And the same go with the brothers. So there's perks to doing right. And perks to being a part of something that the Lord chose you to be a part of. And that's what Moses was trying to explain to Korah. All right? But of course, what Korah ain't trying to hit it. All right, keep reading.
Verse 11. For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron, that ye murmur against him?
Yeah, and they're like, why? So what, you know, what's the reason why y'all gathered? You know, the Lord had told y'all to do all this work. Why is y'all gathered against me and against the Lord? You know, and why is you gathered against Aaron? You know what I'm saying? Y'all the sons of Aaron. All of y'all are the sons of Aaron. Why are y'all, you know, coming together against Aaron and murmuring against Aaron? Like he's done something wrong by birthing you, you know, non-loyal niggas. Y'all got a problem with him. Keep reading.
Verse 12. And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, we will not come up. Verse 13. Is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land of the flow, out of a land that floweth with milk and honey, to kill us in this wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us?
So they looking at Moses. Now they trying to make it like the Lord, Moses is the one who brought them out of the land to be the king over them. That's how they looking at it. This the spin that they're trying to make. They're trying to spin it as Moses brought us out of Egypt, where, you know, because a lot of people was complaining about the conditions they was in while they was in the wilderness. So that was an easier route for them to go, well, look, we under the conditions we in right now. We could still be in Egypt, eating from the flesh pots, and the land is flowing with milk and honey. And now Moses brought us out of there to be in this wilderness where, you know, we, you know, ain't eating nothing but manna, you know what I'm saying? And we're not, you know, we don't have water to drink and things of that nature. And, you know, he put us in these conditions so he could be king over us. It's his fault that we going through what we're going through right now. It's his fault we ain't in Egypt eating from the flesh pots. It's his fault that we have to endure this, you know, this wilderness for 40 years. It's his fault. Drop that. Go back to the.
Verse 14. Moreover, thou hast not brought us out, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up.
All right, go back to.
This is Numbers chapter 16, verse 15 in Hebrew. Wayakar, Lamashah, Ma'ad, Waya Amar, all. Yahweh, all. Fapan, all. Manak Thum, La'ah, Hamawar, Hamawar. Oh, Salaki. Kamawar. Akkad. Mahum. Asha. Nasha. Afwa. Afya. Nasha. Afya. Wala'a. Hara. Hara'ifya. Af. Akkad. Mahum. Verse 16. Waya Amor. Masha. All. Farak. Afa. Wakal. Adafak. Hayawa. Lapanya. Yahweh. Afa. Wahum. Wa'aharan. Makar. Verse 17. Wakwakwa. Wakwakwa. Ayash. Makath. Thawa. Thanath. Thum. Oh, Wanath. Thum. Al Yahum. Quatarath. Waha Quarat Bath. Waha Quarbath. Lapanya. Yahweh. Ayash. Makath Thawa. Kamashim. Wama'athim. Makatha. Wa'afa. Wa'aharan. Ayash. Makath Thawa. Verse 18. Wayakwakwa. Ayash. Makath Thawa. Wayafanwa. Al Yahum. Ash. Wayash Yamwa. Wayash Yamwa. Al Yahum. Quatarath. Waya Imadwa. Pathak. Ahol. Mawa'ai. Wamasha. Wa'aharan. Verse 19. Wazakwal. Al Yahum. Which one? The first one? Wayakwal. Wayakwahal. Wahal. Al Yahum. It's like it. Yeah, Al Yahum. Al Yahum. Quarak. Af. Call. Ha'ida. All. Pathak. Ahol. Mawa'ai. Waya Ra'ah. Kabawad. Yahweh. All. Call. Ha'ida. Verse 20. Wayadabar. Yahweh. All. Masha. Wa'al. Aharan. La'amar. Verse 21. Baha. It's like it. Habad. Lawa. Habadawa. Mafawak, Ha'ida, Haza'af, Wa'akala, Atham, Karagai. Verse 22.
That's it.
It's Numbers chapter 16 and verse 15 in the English. And Moses was very wroth and said unto the Lord, respect not thou their offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt one of them.
So he's letting them know, man. Moses was mad, and Moses was telling the Lord, I don't know why these niggas is mad at me. I ain't did nothing to them. I ain't took nothing from them. You know, I ain't hurt none of them. I ain't did nothing to them for them to be mad or hating on me at all. Keep reading.
Verse 16. And Moses said unto Korah, be thou and all thy company before the Lord, thou and they, and Aaron tomorrow. Verse 17. And take every man his censer, and put incense in them, and bring ye before the Lord every man his censer, 250 censers, thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer.
So he was like, go get some quorum censers. And all y'all get quorum censers. Get 250 quorum censers and bring it to the Lord. All right? Have them smoking and everything and bring them onto the Lord. All right, keep reading.
What is it? What is it saying? And Aaron. What is it saying? I don't understand what this is saying.
What you mean to say? And
Verse 17. And take every man his censer, and put incense in them, and bring ye before the Lord every man his censer, 250 censers, thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer.
Okay, so what you want to understand?
What does it say of and Aaron? What is it saying?
It said Aaron too. Aaron got to bring a censer too. Go back up to 16.
Verse 16. And Moses said unto Korah, be thou and all thy company before the Lord, thou and they and Aaron tomorrow. So Aaron didn't do nothing.
Okay, is Moses supposed to be there?
Done.
What Moses do?
He's the one being challenged, but I'm trying to understand
Moses
why
ain't the only
Aaron
one
is.
being challenged.
So he's telling them. So Aaron's not present with them. He's telling them to go get Aaron and tell him.
He's
to do this
saying
too.
Aaron needs to be there also.
Okay, I understand.
That's what it's saying. Why does Aaron have to be there also? Said the brother.
Because the Lord is dealing with Aaron and Moses specifically for this specific purpose, and these brothers is coming up against them because they murmured against Aaron.
Why
they
is that?
want Moses' position.
Okay, so Moses like, okay, remember verse 11, Moses like, why and y'all murmuring against Aaron?
Right.
So by them murmuring against Moses, they have to murmur against Aaron also.
Right.
Because Aaron is the one who speaks for Moses. So they have to be mad at Aaron too. All right, so he's telling, Moses is telling them, well, we're going to have everybody here, and we're going to find out who the Lord is with. Is he with me? Is he with Aaron? Or is he with y'all? Aaron is just speaking the words that I tell Aaron to y'all. Aaron is over. What is Aaron over? What is Aaron's office? I think that'll help you out more. What is Aaron's office?
You asking me? He's the high priest.
Which is what? Explain the high priest. Explain his office.
He's the leading.
He's the leading priest.
Yeah.
And these are what? These men are what?
They're priests under him.
Under him. All right? So why would Aaron need to be there?
Because they
You ever been to a council?
Wow.
You never been to a council? Okay, if you ever go to a council, right? You're gonna your camp leader is going to have to be in your council. All right, if you have a council that something's going on, well, your camp leader has to be there. Why does your camp leader have to be And
He's over you.
he's over. He has to be in the council. All right. Aaron has to be there because that's Aaron's office. And they work under Aaron. All right. Go back to verse, what is that? 17.
Verse 17. And take every man his censer. Yeah. I already read 17. Verse 18. And they took every man his censer and put fire in them and laid incense thereon and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron.
All right.
Verse 19. And Korah gathered all the congregation to. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. Verse 20. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, verse 21.
Hold on. Who did the Lord speak to?
Moses and unto Aaron.
And unto Aaron. All right. Keep it.
Verse 21. Separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment.
All right, so the Lord is telling Moses and Aaron, y'all need to move. Because I'm finna kill these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna kill these wicked dudes who coming up against the ones that I chose to lead. I'm finna kill them. And this is a valuable lesson to you fake Israelites out there. All right? The Lord has chosen someone to lead. You know, you think that you're going against the people who you're going against. But in reality, you're going against the Lord. And that's what Moses was trying to tell him earlier. You're going against the Lord when you do that. You're not mad at Aaron. You're not mad at Moses. You're mad at me for putting Moses and Aaron in charge. That's who you're mad at. And brothers who be mad at brothers or jealous of brothers who get ranked, they have the same spirit. They're mad at the Most High. It ain't they mad at the brother. It ain't they mad at whoever they think giving the brother the rank. They're mad at the Most High. That's the underlying spirit that's in them, that's going to help destroy brotherhood. And the Most High wants to destroy anything that's trying to destroy the brotherhood. They're trying to sow confusion amongst the people, and the Lord wants to kill them. So you'll have that happen with brothers, or I'm gonna tell you something else you'll have happen too. And I'm just trying to put what's the spirit it is in today's time, what we dealing with, like in the schools. You have brothers who get other brothers to talk about another brother. You do what I'm saying? You have brothers who don't like. You have one brother who don't like a brother, right? Or a sister. This goes on with sisters too. You have one sister who don't like another sister, and she'll cause 5 or 6 other sisters to not like this sister because she don't like her. They try to sow discord amongst the brothers or amongst the sisters because they don't like a person. And they'll start talking about, well, you know, such and such doing this, such and such doing that. You shouldn't like this sister or this brother. Just because they don't like her. You know, it ain't nothing that the brother or sister has done to prove that you shouldn't like them. But they'll make you not like them just because you respect them. Go ahead, bro.
Also, too, like you said earlier, Christians don't read the Old Testament because they think that God is all good, and then they don't know that if you go against the ones that the Lord chose, they don't understand that the Lord put a hit out of you for going against the ones that He chose.
Yeah, and the Lord, you know, the Lord is always right. You know, and whatever He does, we're the ones who just don't a lot of times understand what the Lord is doing. But the Lord is always right in the things that He do. And, you know, we just have to go with it. that the Lord is right. You know, sometimes we might not understand what's going on. You know, 'cause we might not have an understanding about everything that's going on. But the Most High understands it, and what we have to do is stick to what He's given us to do. Like Moses was trying to explain to them, why you can't just be a Levite? Why you got to run the people? Why you got to be the ruler over the people? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you just go with who the Lord chose? Why do you have to be something else besides what the Lord chose you to be? And that a lot of times, you know, 100% of the times it's just my brother's pride that's keeping him from being cool or loving the person who he is today. Just think, and I'm gonna give you a good example, y'all. You know, you might want to be something great, right? Great. Like say for instance, you're in school, you want to be something great in the school. Like say for instance, your goal is to be a captain, right? You know, you got to start off as a young man, though, right? But just think about you in the world. Think about how you was in the world. You as a young man is still greater than you in the world. You as a trooper is still greater than you in the world. You as a sister with her name in the school, you know, and changed her life, you know, you are still greater than how you were in the world. Appreciate where you at today. Because you could be where you was. You could be that same wicked bastard that you was, you know, not too long ago. You could be back that person. Appreciate where you at today. And be content with what the Lord has given you. And you will grow in time to be who you want to be or who the Lord really wants you to be in time. But it takes time. For everybody. Because you have to be proved to be that person who the Lord wants you to be. You're going to have to go through trials. You're going to have to go through tests to be able to go up another notch in your life or in your walk with the Most High. You're going to have to go through things to refine yourself, to be able to move up. You don't just move up because you think you need to move up. The Lord has to prove that you deserve to move up. Anywhere in life. You have to show him that you deserve these blessings that he has for you. When you read in the book of Deuteronomy, right, the blessings and the curses. Well, the blessings and the curses come with you having to do something in order to receive them. You don't just receive them because you're an Israelite. You receive them by doing the right things. That's how you get blessings. Christian church say if you wake up in the morning, that's a blessing. Rapists wake up in the morning. You dig what I'm saying? So it ain't just about you waking up in the morning. That's not the blessing. The blessing is when you do the commandments of God and he changes things in your life because you're doing his commandments. That's what a blessing is. He protects you on your day on a daily basis. The protection of the Lord is a blessing. But you have to do things in order to receive those blessings. You don't just get them for no reason. Contrary to what your pastor tells you. You had something you want to bring up, brother?
I got a precept. This is Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee.
Good brother here. Let's start off. precept right there. Be content with what you got, and don't be covetous. What's covetousness? Anybody know what covetousness is? Let me see the sister.
To hover or to fawn over something that your brother or sister has.
Yeah,
To want what they have.
Yeah, to want something that somebody else has had. That somebody else had. That's covetousness. All right, and this is something that when we go back and read a couple of chapters back, you know, when Moses' stepfather was, you know, telling him to find people, you know, that could be in these high-ranking positions. He was saying one of the characteristics of those people. He said, find people with no covetousness to be in high-ranking positions, because now they're not going to desire to be, you know, have the rank of another brother. And that's something that stops contention amongst brothers. Because when you have a ranking system, it's always going to be contention. Because brothers want more rank, more power, more work. And that was one of the criteria that Moses had, that he would find brothers who didn't have covetousness. And you was content with what the Lord has given you. And if he raised you up to be something greater than what you are, you'll be content there until he raised you up to be something greater. Because if not, you're going to do whatever it takes. When I say whatever it takes, I've seen this. You're going to do whatever it takes to be in a position that you really don't even deserve. You're going to do whatever. Cross out whoever, you know, backbite whoever, lie on whoever. You're going to do all these things to get in, you know, wherever it is that you're trying to get. Same way we did in the world. No different than you being in the world. Trying to advance in the world. When you advance in the world, what you got to do to advance? Lie, steal, and cheat to get on top. Well, you're going to bring that into the truth too. When you're not content with what you got. You're going to lie, steal, and cheat to get more. So-called more. And that's what's going to go on. All right. Was it on that? Anybody got any questions about anything? If we don't have any questions, then Amachi. Walk on Yahweh means turn and face the east. And we're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abinah, Spashamai, Padah, Hayah, Shakah, Yahweh, Malakukah, Taba'ah, Batazah, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Dawah, Hayah, Bashamai, Utanana, Call. Yawam, Basalaknawa,
Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts, and we forgive our debtors. Not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. That is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. So, men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Amam Shabbat. Amam. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Shabbat. Down at the top. Saw. There's a turn. Face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to get the sisters one courtesy salute. Amam Shabbat. Amam. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Shabbat. Down at the top. Saw. This way.